Okay. I don't know. Yeah. Shit, I'm alive. Okay. Yeah. I had to look at my own YouTube. That's pretty cool. Alright. Alright guys, just give me a minute. It said there was 3 people watching, so I guess one of those would have been me since I was watching my own stream. Give me a second. I guess there's 2 people watching.
15 to 25% discounts, or I'm offering to donate 50, plus percent to places like Texas or anything in need like that.
Just because
Did anyone
people
respond
respond
or like ask questions?
people is so
Did anyone reply or ask questions about it?
No, I don't get if it has anything to do with me offering cryptocurrency as a form of payment, no matter what the discount or the charity it goes to, I don't get a single bit of response. It's like it gets blown under the water. But if I put a set of antlers on there, or
Okay. We're just gonna. I don't know if you. Here, can you guys type in the chat whether or not you could hear that? What's up, Wasted in America? Could you hear the Discord chat going on while I had it going? If you don't mind answering that. Static wants to start his own YouTube. You should team up with him. Can you guys hear me? One of you guys just like confirm for me in the chat real quick that you can hear. You can hear what I'm saying. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Static, yeah, I would definitely, you know, be cool with that if Static could figure out how to like get his own stuff going. My channel is more focused on the fundamental analysis, and I feel like Static is kind of lacking on that fundamental analysis. And yeah, it would be good. I was trying to talk to Rick about joining me tonight, but he actually had to do something with his dad. I was trying to get a hold of him, so it didn't happen tonight. Potentially, I could have Drew join me. I didn't really have much luck with trying to get people to join tonight. I just felt like I needed to kind of do something since I wasn't able to get that video out. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait for a second and see if I can get back into this Discord chat without people going off on each other. I'm trying to get Drew in here. I'm gonna see if he's gonna come or not.
I think, for people to try to, at least right now for step one, in my opinion, just, I'm not trying to show them, but it's a good way to kind of get inside the mom and pop stores, as Rabbi was saying too, is just to, get those merchants.
right?
Yeah, if you're a merchant, and friends that are merchants, be like, hey, BitPay merchant, and you can make extra compound, not compound, but passive income by referring your codes to other merchants as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question real quick. With the volatility of crypto, though, would you have to do some kind of
With BitPay, they give you options that the clerk would have right there at the point of sale. They have usually, I think it's 3 options the way they have their first default setup, and they can choose like 50-50 crypto fiat, 70-30 fiat crypto, or they can mix the crypto. So like as the cashier accepts, like when the cashier's like ready to say, okay, this guy's buying some tobacco for $10, the cashier could be like, all right, my boss told me today I'm doing 50% Litecoin, 50% Bitcoin. So it will be programmed for the day to take acceptance, no matter what this guy pays with BitPay. It's just going to automatically transfer into that token. But you do get a little extra funds on the extra fees on the side, the way I studied it. But
For the
usually,
conversion.
yeah, for the conversion. So usually, what the merchants would want to do with the clients would be make sure that they're doing the same wallet to wallet. So if the client's like, hey, I got Doge today, I want to buy something with Doge today, then the merchant would be like, all right, today, yeah, we're doing Doge today. Go ahead, or the merchant could say we're not even doing Doge, and the person would still pay Doge, but the merchant at the point of sale will get converted to fiat automatically as long as the merchant presses that button before.
Yo, Drew,
That's interesting.
can you hear me right now?
Yeah, hey.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know because like I'm doing Streamlabs right now, and I've never done this before, but I was gonna see if you still wanted to join me on my channel for like the discussion. Pretty much everyone ended up not being able to come, so it would just be me and you. But I have some topics I wanted to talk about if you're down. If not, I guess I can just do my own thing.
Yeah, I'm down for a little bit. I just got some trades going on right now too, a little bit, just a little.
Is that your Discord there? You talking about?
Yeah.
Static might be around if you want to find him.
I need to join your Discord, brother.
Did you guys see the news? What's going on in Russia?
I did not, but yeah, let me. If you want to shoot me a message, Trogdor, I can get you in here. Like I want to like be in my own Discord chat, and then we're gonna be like live streaming on YouTube. I have some tabs pulled up with like news articles that I want to use as like reference points, and then I have a couple things I want to discuss on here, and then I had like some questions just to ask in general, So if you guys want to come on
So
over.
based on this, based on the discussion you guys are having about whether cryptocurrencies are going to have a place in the market and where they're going to be used, Russia just literally.
Hold on, wait, one sec. Just to finish UConn thing. Did anyone want to join UConn? Because UConn right now, this minute, I can't really, because I got to focus on these trades too as well. But
I'm interested in coming to watch. Like if that's a thing I can do.
For sure, yeah, it's live on YouTube, so you could just go to my YouTube channel. The channel name is SETH_HESS, and then you'll see my picture. I'm like a ginger with a hat and glasses.
All right, for sure. The Discord's in the description there, I'm assuming.
Yeah, well, actually, it's not going to be in the description of the live stream. It'll be in my YouTube description, the information of like how to get into the Discord. Yeah.
Got it. All right, I'll figure it out.
Well, UConn, this goes along the lines of what you're. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. If you want to discuss the Russia thing real quick, I mean.
Yeah, just real quick.
Go ahead.
Guys, the central bank in Russia basically has said that digital currencies are the future and that they're going to be moving into researching on what they're going to be doing with that. So that is a huge step for Russia because remember, they banned cryptocurrencies until last year. And so if they're talking about digital currencies being the future for online market purchases, that is a huge thing that you guys should be discussing because, I mean, that's one step forward for Russia and other countries will follow suit because if Russia creates a digital currency, then others will want to do it as well just because they don't want Russia to have that power, I guess, with the currency being volatile. I can't explain it. It's really difficult to explain.
It's going to be like a space race.
yeah, they've been on it kind of for a while, though. It's been a few years already.
Hey, real quick. Let me try
That's pretty big news.
I have an example I need to show you guys before it goes away here. It's kind of the perfect thing. So I a lot of times play with time frames. I want to show you this. I have to talk about 3 a.m., but another one is 7 p.m.
Yeah, sorry guys,
when shares trading closes.
I'm about to get out of this
completely.
Discord in a sec.
If you look at 7 p.m. at the SPY, let's see, exactly 7 p.m. when shares trading closed, it took off from.
All right, I'm just gonna let Trogdor finish here, and then I'm gonna say my
7
goodbyes
if you look
to
at cryptocurrency,
Tame
it
Chat,
goes
and
specifically,
we can just go off on our own.
It started going down, exactly. So I use that time frame. I use these time frames just for like 5-minute scalps to increase my coins. I literally just sold at 7 and then got back in here at that 42 cents now. But it's just simple. It's just ways to increase your coins.
Actually, this isn't even Trogdor.
3 a.m. is at a central time. Whenever I say time, it's always central. It's the easiest way to do it for everybody.
Alright guys, well I'm gonna head over to my own Discord now. There's like a audio lag or something going on because I'm in here and then people are watching my stream, so I'm gonna just head over to my Discord. Yeah, what's up?
I'll post that news in general so you can read it.
All right.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Hey guys, a question for any of the mods. Do you know Alex the Mega Lodon? He said he's muted.
Alright guys, so the audio should be better now. If you guys could go ahead and just let me know in the chat real quick if the audio's better now. So put a 1 in chat if it is better. No? Okay. No ones. Alright. Can you guys even hear me? Or like what's up? All right. Fair enough. Yes, you can hear me. Thank you, Scott. All right, it's better. Excellent. All right, here we go. I think it's because I got the chat on slow mode. That's probably why it's doing this. All right. Well, I guess it's just me. Today's not been my day for getting people to help me. My friend canceled on me whenever I was going up the sheets, and so I was like, well, I'll just like see if I can talk to the manager. And so I asked the manager about like filming, and I was gonna have him let me borrow like an employee to film, because I got a mic and everything ready. But he told me I had to contact Sheets marketing department, and so I was not able to film. And then I called and emailed the marketing department, and they haven't gotten back with me, so hopefully they do soon. But yep, I guess it's just me. I was hoping to get a couple people in here to discuss some things, but I can just go over these articles I found with you guys. This was just kind of a test, really, to see how this would play out, and to see if it would be something I would do going forward pretty often. See if we could get some people on here to collab with me. But so far we have not got that, so we will go over some of these articles real quick. So one of them is staking on ETH 2.0. Just wanted to go through this. I was reading this earlier. This also plays into, I was reading an article earlier about ETH 2.0, and basically before that comes out, so there's like a bomb that the ETH devs planted for themselves, and at a certain time, it's 45 days from now actually, you can right now pay extra fee on top of your regular miner's fee to have your transaction pushed to like the front of the queue, and that extra fee on top of the regular miner's fee is paid out to the miner as an incentive for them to like have your transaction processed first. But in 45 days, that extra transaction fee will not be paid to the miner anymore. It'll actually just be burnt. So they're going to start burning ETH, which is going to make it, there's going to be less ETH in circulation. So it's going to make the price of ETH go up. It'll be like another influence on the price other than just the market. So then, yeah, this article as well right here. Let's see. So, ETH Global put on a hackathon, a month-long hackathon, which is basically like they just incentivize developers to try and build on their platform, try to have people find scaling solutions for ETH, so that's pretty cool. Let's see. I think I was looking at this chart right here. As Tuesday, June 1st, the rough breakdown of the network stakeholders of Ethereum 2.0 beacon chain looks a little something like this. Alright, yeah, I think this is what I was looking at in this article. It's just basically a rough breakdown of staking going on with ETH 2.0. So you can stake regular ETH, and you can also stake ETH 2.0, even though it isn't out yet. They allow for staking of it. And this is the breakdown of people staking. So, or where they're staking, I'm sorry. So there's like around 19% staking in a stake pool right now. There is 27.7% of people are staking on exchanges. I think exchanges right now are offering like higher incentive to stake on their platform, because they can basically, that's liquidity on their platform they can use to do other things with while you have your crypto in their platform. It makes their exchange look like it has more liquidity. So they're offering higher incentive for your staking on their platform. 43 other would be like, I believe it would be like people running their own nodes. And then we have, I don't know what whale staking is. It sounds fun. I wish I was one of those guys. But yeah, so I was looking at this chart, kind of getting an idea of the ETH 2.0 distribution. It's not looking terrible. That's a lot of people running nodes, though. That's like a lot of people running nodes. That's actually pretty healthy, in my opinion, for the ETH 2.0 network. That means that it's pretty decentralized when you have this many node operators staking ETH 2.0 already. There was something else in this article that I was looking at that was, I forget. Trying to take a look here real quick. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we had that, and then something about Web3, hacking the future of Web3. Unlike the Scaling Ethereum hackathon, which centered on the tools and technologies for building the next iteration of Ethereum, the Web3 hackathon, which took place virtually this past weekend, focused on products and services for the next generation of the internet. So yeah, ETH 2.0 is really going to change the entire world. Like, it's going to add another layer to the internet that we have right now. And, 20 years ago, people thought of the internet as they think of crypto now, where people were really skeptical of crypto and they don't really understand it. But ETH 2.0 is going to change everything. It really will. It's the future of the internet, especially with Web3, like decentralized web. I was going to talk a little bit about the Web3 with Drew. I know he knows a lot about it. I know a little bit about Web3, but he decided not to join. He has some trades going on, so yeah, I'll actually jump to a different article here real quick, and maybe we can come back to that. I was reading this article right here. So it looks like they're going to try and put the digital yuan on Ethereum, which is like crazy news. The guy in Tame's chat actually was talking about Russia trying to develop their own crypto, or digital currency rather, and China's like way farther ahead than anybody else. Like, they've already got their own digital currency. They're doing promotions, like government-backed promotions in China to like incentivize people to hold the digital yuan, and then they're basically like they're trying to put it on the Ethereum blockchain, which is kind of insane to me that they're going for Ethereum. I didn't think that China would be like, hello? Somebody just said something? Yo, Theory, what up? Yo, can you hear me? Alright, well, Theory's in here now, so he can talk whenever he wants. Where was I? So, wow, I got 52 viewers. What's up, guys? I don't have dual monitors right now. Like, my setup's kind of crap. I'm on a laptop, so if I have my browser up, I can't really see the chat. Hold up. Let me see. Dr. Phil here. Let me read some of these. Soren here. Static here. Pisket here. Guys. Drew here. Yo, you guys are going crazy in the chat. Okay. Alright, I see. This is pretty cool. I need to get sheets here. ETH 5K. Seth Discord channel name. Harry, so what's up, Theory? I need to take off push to talk on this channel. But yeah, I'm just discussing like the digital yuan being put onto the Ethereum blockchain. I'm kind of reading the chat right now. Everyone's in here. I got 52 viewers right now. This is kind of cool. Are you there, Theory?
Instead of running out to grab food, I just threw some chicken patties in the microwave and said that's dinner.
Nice.
So I'm just trying to...
No worries, man. We're just gonna chill for a little bit. Rick ended up having stuff he needed to do, and then Drew was in some trades, so he decided to not come. So it's just me and you, I guess, really. I hit up Bunny King. Me and him had a discussion earlier. Bunny King's got his own YouTube channel, and we were talking a little bit, but I messaged him and he didn't hit me back, so I guess it's just me and you for now. And by the way, for the people in chat who are saying I need a Discord, I do have a Discord. The information for that is actually in the description of my YouTube. I'm just asking for the Discord community for like a $5 donation, and I'll send you the link after that, just to kind of like help me jumpstart the YouTube channel and the Discord community. And the Discord offers some other stuff. You can Basically, like once a week, I'm gonna do a video called Weekly Coin, and a lot of people in Tame's channel ask me about specific coins all the time, and so I just thought it would be like a good idea to put it in my Discord, and then Discord members can vote on what coin they want me to do. And last week I did Matic, so that's on my channel right now. There's a video on what Matic is and why it's valuable. Polygon network rather. But let's see. Have you looked into Engine's new blockchain JumpNet gas-free NFTs and Ethereum scaling solution is what they are advertising? Do you think that could bring more NFT traction? No, I haven't looked in. Oh, go ahead.
Free, did you say?
Yeah, so what he's saying is Engine's new blockchain JumpNet, it has gas-free NFTs and Ethereum scaling solution is what they are advertising. Do you think that could bring more NFT traction? I mean, for sure, if you remove the Ethereum gas fees, or at least figure out a way to minimize those fees, then yes. I mean, NFTs are massive right now. Like, in my opinion, like, I'm not super into NFTs. Like, I could care less if I had a piece of digital artwork or whatever. I mean, I like things that are like tangible, like real items, but I see why there's a market for them and why they're going to be extremely popular. So yes, I 100% think if you can solve for Ethereum's gas fees, then 100%. I actually bought some Engine earlier. I was looking at the chart and the Bollinger Bands are squeezing. It's down 40% from where it was at like last week. And so I actually purchased some Engine. I actually purchased it for more than just because I think it's going to go up in value. I was going to try and play Decentraland, maybe.
I think that's I mean, everybody knows about it. It's not new news, but ETH and those gas fees are killer, man. I think that prevents a lot of other trades from happening, right? Because basically your funds are stuck on an exchange unless you just want to pay, you know what I mean, or convert it and then send it and convert it back. But
Yeah, for sure. I'm actually look up. It was JumpNet, right? That's what he said. JumpNet. Yeah, let me look that up real quick. Alright, so we got JumpNet here. It did say Ethereum scaling solution in the link. Introducing JumpNet, forever free Ethereum scaling. Instant, secure, and gasless on-chain transactions of Engine Coin and ERC 1155 tokens. Wow, this is pretty cool. Gasless. Let's look at this real quick, and then we'll get back to the other news. So, this is a nice website. I'm liking this website.
yeah, I'm looking at your stream right now too.
Wow, 2 billion non-fungible tokens. That's ridiculous. Wow, this is going to teach you guys what NFTs are. Alright, for anybody who doesn't know what an NFT is, Engine Coin is infused into NFTs through a process called minting. The process can be reversed. Every NFT can be melted back into coin. Wow, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Engine Coin has real-life value, meaning that all NFTs created with it have real-life value too. So Engine Coin is $1.58 right now. These NFTs exist on the blockchain, which makes them powerful. For example, your entire gaming inventory can be in your phone. That's pretty cool. Featuring a sword, you can use it in multiple games. Which you can, what did that say? Which you can easily sell to anyone, anytime. Dude, this is like next level gaming shit right here. This is crazy. To make all of this possible, we've created a product ecosystem fueled by Engine Coin. Alright, let me just kind of quickly get through this. More than simulation. Okay. No, I don't want to get started. I'm just going to explore. So it looks like a blockchain wallet. Okay, so they got their own wallet. I'm definitely going to get that later after I look through this. Create and integrate next-gen NFTs with your apps, games. So this is like literally going to let you mint your own NFTs. Dude, this is a great... Thank you for bringing this to my attention. This is freaking awesome. I'll definitely have to like come back and look into this. I was just talking about how I don't think NFTs are cool. Look at me over here. This is pretty cool. Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna come back and look at this later.
You know, with the whole crypto movement, NFTs and whatnot, it's crazy the application that you're able to get out of it. It's so there's no like limit, right? I mean, when you're just reading and talking about being able to have your inventory and basically in your phone if you wanted to, right?
Yeah, that was really cool. Like that concept is pretty awesome. I'm trying to find where it talks about how it's gasless. Like I want to know like how it works. Like why is it gasless?
I mean, the gaming industry is multi billion dollar industry, right? So that's what kind of caught my attention with the whole Peepo thing too. Is it's kind of stepping into the whole streamer realm. And then you have this stuff. It's crazy how everything's evolving. We're living through a crazy time right now.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy. The craziest part about it though is I don't think, like, dude, no one realizes that this stuff is here. Like, I don't know. I feel like no one knows about this shit. Like, there's a select few of us who know. It's a very small percentage of the world population, and even fewer in the United States who like actually have looked into any of this, who know what... I mean, NFTs have gotten a little bit of popularity recently in the news with like Mark Cuban making the entire team, like his entire basketball team, the Mavericks, they've all like learned how to mint their own NFTs, and then you have like some big name celebrities like doing NFTs as well, but still I don't think like the potential is like really untapped. It's not like fully there yet, so I was hoping by the end of this year we'd like really see like things start escalating, but I don't know. We'll have to wait. It really depends on what happens in the next month, whether or not we'll see things start to pick up, in my opinion. Would you agree with that theory, or how do you feel about like the crypto market? Like, do you think that if Bitcoin can't hold where it's at currently, and we do like actually go into a true bear market, do you think that NFTs will still take off and some of this technology will get adopted, or do you think that we'll have to wait till next bear market to see whose interest it peaks? Because it would like be too difficult for companies to invest in a bear market.
I mean, if you had asked me this maybe 4 months ago, my answer would have been a lot different. With the explosion of all these even shit coins, and I mean, look at SafeMoon coming out with a wallet, and then Shiba Swap. Everybody's trying to get their own foothold in here, right? And we were talking about earlier that the overall acceptance rates globally was what, less than 2%, or the people that even know about it.
Yeah.
So I think as this market grows and there's more stuff that comes out, I mean, over time, I think things have to. I mean, that's just the way I see it. Things are going to slowly deviate away from being so reliant on Bitcoin's market cap and what's going on in the market.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the further we progress, eventually there will be money coming out of Bitcoin. I mean, you look at the dominance right now. The rest of the alts have more dominance. They have 60% dominance over Bitcoin's 40. So currently the alts have more dominance in the market than Bitcoin does. I mean, if you look at it from that perspective, of course Bitcoin's one thing, but the alts right now have more dominance. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. I have someone asking, can you please explain NFTs and why you think they will be the next big thing? Just quickly go over what an NFT is, and so why I think NFTs are the next big thing is basically, if you've watched my what is blockchain video, then you'd understand that a blockchain is basically just it's the next generation of database, and so all it does is it stores data, but it stores data in a unique way compared to previous databases, and an NFT is basically just like a digital piece of artwork on the blockchain. So it's data or a block stored on the blockchain, and you can't recreate it. It can't be recreated, and so that gives it like value, as in like there's only a limited amount of those. And I guess in what we just have read about this engine jumpnet thing is those NFTs can like be basically turned from NFT back into engine token, whereas some NFTs I don't believe can be. Once they're minted, you can't unmint them and they cannot be recreated, so you're basically holding like one of a kind unique pieces of like digital artwork. So it makes like a exclusivity like a thing, I guess. It makes things exclusive. Say like a new show came out for Fox, which I did actually hear recently that Fox is like heavily investing in NFTs with the new Rick and Morty, or actually Rick and Morty creators are making a new show. That's what it was, and they're going to be giving away like NFTs for people who view the launch of the show. I believe I'd have to go back and look at this. This might not be exactly right, but it like follows the same, concept. Rick and Morty creators are making a new show for Fox, and they're going to like release NFTs with the opening of the show. And so like if you tune in and you watch that very first episode live, I'm sure you get an NFT is what they're trying to do. And so like only the people who watch that first show live will ever have that NFT, and no one else can ever get it, and there's no way to recreate them, so there's no counterfeits, and it's stored on the blockchain. So it's like the exclusivity, the fact that you watched that first episode of Rick and Morty, and then like how people are, where somebody will like a specific artist. Let's say they like a specific artist or song that they hear, and they go and tell their friend about it, and then it blows up, and that initial person's like, well, I'm the first person who knew about it. It's kind of like that concept. But then you have like an NFT to prove it. Like, yes, I was the first person because I got this NFT. So that's kind of like the concept of them. It's like just an exclusive piece of digital artwork that can't be recreated by anybody, and it exists forever. And so that's why they're so big. And people are paying lots of money for them right now. Some of the artwork actually is really good. But, I don't want to ramble on about NFTs forever. So, I'm going to jump back to this article right here real quick. We'll just quickly discuss this. I can read like a couple pieces of it. So Yao Quan, he's the Director of Science and Technology Supervision Bureau of the China Securities Regulatory Commission. Basically, he just hinted that the CCP is looking into putting the digital yuan on the blockchain, specifically Ethereum. And I think I was reading somewhere else, not in this article, but in a different article, that they were doing it for the purpose of using it for the 2022 Olympics, that's like super bullish on Ethereum. Like I've seen a bunch of things lately that are just super bullish, and that ETH 2.0 and the fact that they're going to start burning Ethereum here soon is like, I don't know. It makes me think about why.
About that.
You said what?
So I have a question for you about that, actually. When do you think that's going to start to reflect on the overall like ETH blockchain, like as far as value? I mean, I know obviously it's already valuable, right? But
Yeah, you're talking about burning the ETH.
yeah.
I'm not 100% sure because I don't know how many people. I'm sure I could find that data somewhere. It's not every time there's a transaction ETH gets burnt. It's every time someone opts in to have the transaction process faster that the ETH gets burnt. So I'm not sure how much that's going to affect the price, but it will affect the price. It'll basically, it's going to make the existing circulating supply smaller anytime that somebody does that. Anytime somebody tries to have their transaction process faster, it's going to make the circulating supply smaller, which will make the value of the coins go up. So, and the reason why they're doing that is because it's better for decentralization, is what I read. They're doing it because it basically, if you have like the concept of paying people paying to have their transaction process faster, it incentivizes like the miners to basically prioritize people with more money, and so that's why they're getting rid of it, so that I don't know how exactly it helps, but that was their reasoning behind it, is like people with more money get to use, they get priority, and that's why they said they were going to have it burnt. I guess it was also because like miners already make ETH from processing transactions, and then so like by having people pay money to like have their transactions processed faster, it's like they're earning more on top of it, and then those people will have more control of more of the circulating supply, which is like bad for decentralization. Eventually, like it would be a way for like somebody to take control of a large percentage of validators and nodes, so they just decided to burn it. Anyways, I hope that answered your question. I'm gonna go back to this article real quick here, and we'll just finish up on this. Or actually, I think I did. Yeah. So basically, he's hinting at Ethereum being the home of the digital yuan, and they're going to try and do it for the Olympics, the 2022 Olympics. I thought that was pretty neat. Let's see. Let's talk about the Thailand with the regulation of crypto real quick, because I had somebody in my messages earlier talking to me about this. He owns some businesses in Thailand. I think like a fishing. Ooh, I'm getting mad messages right now. Hold on. Let me find this guy's messages real quick. Yo guys, I want to take a moment though to thank you all for like the support. For real, this is pretty awesome that 33 of you guys are in here watching me stream this. This is it's pretty awesome that you guys support me like this, and I'm glad I can help you guys, like I'm glad I can be a part of a community and like share with people. It's pretty awesome. So just wanted to let y'all know that. Not trying to get too mushy or anything, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I like doing this stuff, and I'll continue to do it as long as people are being helped and people are interested. So I'm gonna try and find this message real quick so I can get my facts straight. 1 second. Oops. Here we go. So he has a tropical fish and reptile farm in Thailand, and so he was messaging me because he like knows people who trade crypto in Thailand, I guess, because he owns this business. And basically, he was telling me that the SEC in Thailand, they're trying to regulate crypto more so for the exchanges, and they're trying to establish like which exchanges are legitimate and which ones are not, and trying to like legitimize crypto, just legitimize the right businesses and exchanges when it comes to crypto, because there's been a lot of fraud in that country, I guess, is what he was trying to say. So it's not actually anything bad. Oh, actually, I got it right here. It's the wrong thing, though. I'm going to close out of this. It's not actually anything bad, is what they were saying, but yeah, it's just really they're trying to crack down on the fraud going on, and so I'll go ahead and read a little bit of the, I'm really bad at this, I got like random tabs opening and shit. Okay. So the Bank of Thailand hired German technology company, I'm not going to read that, to develop a central bank digital currency. So this is similar to like the digital yuan of China. The CBDC there is in control of the digital currency of China. They have, the bank has allocated 10 million bahts, so 320,000 for the project, which includes taxes, transportation, registration fees, and other expenses. Dang, that's a lot. So the company that they've hired generated 2.3 billion euros. It's a lot of money. Okay. I guess this article was a lot shorter than I remember. But yeah, basically that's what they're trying to do. They're just trying to cut down on the fraud. Man, I need to plan this out better. I feel stupid. Okay, we'll move on to this next news article here. This one was really nice, actually. So Google announced a new policy for cryptocurrency ads. So I will read through this with you guys real quick, because I actually need to get a better understanding of what has happened here. I think I understand what it was saying, but I just need to reread through it. So Google has announced an update to its financial products and services policy, which includes its policy on cryptocurrency advertising. The new rules will take effect in August, and all prior crypto exchange certifications will be revoked. Advertisers must request new cryptocurrency exchanges and wallet certification with Google. Google introduces new crypto ad rules. Google Inc. posted a notice Wednesday regarding its new crypto ad policy. This policy will apply globally to all accounts that advertise these financial products, the internet giant wrote. The notice explains that Google will update its existing financial products and service policy in August to clarify the scope and requirements to allow the advertisement of cryptocurrency-related businesses and services. The tech giant wrote, beginning August 3rd, advertisers offering cryptocurrency exchanges and wallets targeting the United States may advertise those products and services when they meet the following requirements and are certified by Google. So I think this is going to be really good, because I've noticed this year a lot of, ads on YouTube especially, but even on Twitter I've seen people talk about, I will never message you and ask you for personal information or your wallet address or any of that crap. So there's a lot of, I woke up this morning and I had like 5 messages from clearly fake, or bot discords that were sending me well typed out with emojis and stuff, like, here, sign up for this, we'll give you 0.3 of a Bitcoin. So there's a lot of, just like in Thailand, I guess, a lot of fraudulent activity going on with the entire crypto market, and a lot of non-legitimate companies and exchanges trying to lure people into giving them personal information. So this is good. I'm not a huge fan of Google. I'm not a huge fan of anybody who data collects without my permission. I'd prefer to own my own data, which is why I like blockchain technology, especially decentralized blockchain, because if we do this right and we educate people on what blockchain is, then we could potentially, be able to own our own data instead of trusting that Google's not going to do anything messed up with it, which I don't personally. I don't trust that, but it's good that they're doing this. They're saving people from being duped, that's good. I mean, I think we need some sort of regulation. We can't be completely decentralized. There always has to be some sort of centralization, I guess, or some sort of like authority, but I don't know. I don't feel good, giving my personal data to big tech corporations who knows what their intentions are, really. I mean, they could say pretty much anything. All right. So the company proceeded to explain how advertisers can be certified. Firstly, they must be duly registered with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network as a money service business and with at least one state as a money transmitter. Alternatively, the advertiser can be a federal or state chartered bank entity. So this is good. This is basically making sure that, they're legitimate. This gets rid of all the send 5,000 Doge to this wallet address and you'll get 10,000 back bullshit that you see on YouTube. Furthermore, Google noted that the advertiser must meet all relevant legal requirements, including state, local, and federal laws, and they must also ensure their ads and landing pages comply with Google ad policies, the company elaborated. All prior cryptocurrency exchange certifications will be revoked on... Okay, we've already read that. Meanwhile, Google clarified that some ads are not allowed. They include ads for initial coin offerings, ICOs, DeFi trading protocols, or otherwise promoting the purchase, sale, or trade of cryptocurrency or related product. In addition, ad destinations that aggregate or compare issuers of cryptocurrencies or related products are also prohibited. So I think this is good too. I think they're not going to allow DeFi trading protocols for one. I think this isn't terrible. This is actually good because crypto's risky, and there's a huge DeFi space out there that's full of projects that are not fully completed, that still have high amounts of risk, and so they're not banning those. They're allowing them to persist, and people can take their own risks, but they're not going to advertise. And that's the same concept as we don't see advertisements for cigarettes anymore. It's illegal. People can still purchase cigarettes. They can take that risk, but we're not going to advertise it. So overall, I think this is a good thing. It forces people to do their own due diligence so they don't get wrecked. Also, initial coin offerings, those can be quite risky as well. So this is good. I think that the way they're going about it is good, and it's going to promote crypto, so we can still advertise. This is meaning exchanges and registered financial institutions such as banks or investment firms or retirement funds. They can all advertise for crypto, but we're not going to allow people to advertise risk, and I think that's good.
Speaking of touching on an IPO or a coin IPO, did you hear or see, were you part of what just happened with that Perth Mint Gold token?
No, I didn't. Can you tell us about it?
So, if you go to the charts, like TradingView, PMGT, USDT, so that just came out of nowhere a couple hours ago.
Okay.
Needed, right? What time?
Did it just dropped?
Was it about a couple hours ago, an hour and 45 minutes or so?
Yeah.
So you see the price spike right there.
Yeah.
I guess somebody in the game's Discord, they jumped in at $5,000 and it popped up.
Oh, I did hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, they just made what? Oh man,
that's crazy. Yeah, that shit can happen sometimes. So wait, it was at $50,000? You mean it was at $50,000 and then it jumped up to 80?
He said, I think he was saying he caught it at $5,000 or
$5,000. Really? He caught it. Hold on.
and he sold it like 220 something, and then he regretted it. And everybody's like, no, 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 man, you just made like 6 figures in one trade. Like, no, like, don't regret it. I think he hopped back in. That thing jumped up to like 800K.
That's ridiculous, dude. What?
Yeah, I don't. Wow, wow.
Yeah, crypto's kind of insane. I mean, yes, if you would have
That's the
five
first
grand
time I've
though,
ever seen.
I don't even see that on this chart. Like, hold up. On the 5 minute
So
chart, like the lowest the candle goes, like, is like 12.9. I don't even see 5 grand. That's like ridiculous if he got it for five. He like bought at the
the wick.
very, very bottom. Okay, I do see five. It's this candle right here. So he bought at the very, very bottom, and then it jumped all the way up to 80 grand. That's crazy. How much did he buy in?
I have no idea. Oh, wait, is it only 80K?
Yeah, the top of the largest wick is 80K.
Mine is over 800.
Oh yeah, you're right. 800K. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it is
That's
800K. And the bottom is like
wow.
yeah, the bottom is like 3K. That's crazy. Yeah, so he bought like the entire thing when it was at like 5K.
That's what you said. So I just did a quick math. I mean, if you were able to catch that, right, and even at 5K, and you wrote it out and were able to sell at at 800,000, I think it is, that's 160 times profit. So yeah, if you put in $1,000, it's 160 grand
That's crazy.
in a matter of seconds.
I'm looking at the 1 minute chart and the Bollinger Bands. Just what the hell, dude? That's crazy. Like, look at these Bollinger Bands. It was like squeezing so hard right here. It was almost nothing, and then just pop.
That's I don't even know what this thing is. This is the first day I've heard of it. When he was, man, super excited, as I would be too. But holy cow!
Yeah, he just made mad money. That's pretty ridiculous. Yep, that's what you can get whenever you, I guess, trade on one of these like world premiere coins. That's why I was so interested in that one coin, XCAT or whatever. I could have made 100 times, or not 100 times. I could have done a 1x, 2x. I guess I don't know, 100%. But yeah, I was too scared. All right. Well, I guess I covered like pretty much all the news I had pulled up as like reference. Some of the topics I had here. I was gonna talk about the ETH, burning tokens, ETH 2.0. I was gonna try and like see if we could speculate on the ETH 2.0, like what the future holds if, Ethereum really, takes off with ETH 2.0, what it means for like the future of the internet, and if China's talking about putting a digital currency, how long do we think it will be before the United States comes out with a digital currency? We've had like a little talk about it, but not really anything serious. So I'm kind of surprised by that, to be honest with you, that like China already is like full-fledged, out here promoting their digital currency, and we have not like even had like serious talks about regulating crypto or.
How I take that, right? So China for a long time now has come out and even spoken and said that that their goal is they want to be the next world superpower, right? Without getting too political and building artificial islands in the South China Sea and all that stuff. It just makes sense to me that they would want to put their foot out and get in the game before other bigger nations can, right?
Yeah.
Or have said that they're going to.
Yeah.
Especially with the Russia thing. I think I hopped. Was it in here you were talking about Russia?
No, that was a guy in the other chat. He was
I
mentioning
think I
that.
like first joined the Discord. I think you might have been talking to chat about something going on with Russia.
Yeah, he was talking about Russia basically trying to come up with their own digital currency, and then he said that others will follow suit afterwards. It was kind of like, I haven't heard about Russia really too much making their own digital currency. I think I've heard of it, but it's not really caught my attention in the way that China's has, because China actually has a digital currency and they're like promoting it and getting people to like buy into it, pretty fast. And yeah, Russia hasn't like I haven't heard any strong news about their digital currency. Yeah, chat's actually saying New Yorker made $108,000.
Hey Jorge, I just saw your comment on YouTube. I don't know if you kind of might have stepped away for a second, but digital dollar eventually. I mean, the dollar already is digital, right? So if you understand how there's actually a book published. It's called Modern Money Mechanics. It explains how money works, how it's created, how get it ends up in a bank, um, how new loans are given out. Um, so less than 1% of all currency is actually in physical circulation. Everything is digital. Everything. And how they do that is, let's say I loaned out Yukon $100,000. As soon as he deposits that into a bank, they could take that $100,000. It would really be 90,000 because they need a 10% reserve to quantify out a new loan, right? So they could loan out another $90,000, and you think or you think that would come out of the pre-existing 100,000, but it doesn't. They essentially just make it up out of thin air and have theoretical liability. So yeah, money right now completely is digital. The whole point of crypto, in my eyes, and how I look at the whole thing is, it's kind of taking away that central. I mean, it is taking away that centralization, from big governments and whatnot, right?
Say it again. Theory, you
I
there?
was talking to somebody in your chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw his comment there, right? He said, I don't think crypto is the future currency. I think crypto technology is digital dollar eventually. Is that what you're answering?
Yeah.
Oh, got you. Yeah, I was listening
Now,
to.
I was just commenting that the dollar right now, it is digital. I mean, all currency is digital. There's less than 1% of physical currency that's in circulation in people's wallets and hands, and they're going to Taco Bell and giving a $5 bill or what have you, right? I mean, over 99% of it's all digital, and you could look up Modern Money Mechanics. It's a book. It's how the Federal Reserve prints money, gives it to the government in exchange for government bonds, and then the government will deposit that money into a bank account, and then they could distribute that money to smaller banks and whatnot, and give out loans. And I was explaining, like, let's say, I loaned you, Yukon, like $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
They essentially, what banks do, and this could go on to infinity if you do the math, right? So when I give you that $100,000, as soon as you go deposit that in a bank, they're going to take 10% to quantify another loan out of that 100,000, right? Because you only need that 10%, so it's $10,000, and they could loan out another $90,000. But that money doesn't come out of the 100,000 that I just gave you. It's theoretical money. They made it up, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's the problem with inflation, and that's how inflation works and debt works.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy whenever I was at the gym earlier, and I think I told this story already in here, but I'm going to tell it again. I was at the gym earlier, and there was two guys talking about Tesla stock, and so I asked them about crypto, and both of them basically were like, well, one of them actually told me that I should stop because I'm gonna get a lot of the younger guys wrecked, is what he said, like exact words. He was like, dude, you gotta stop. You're gonna get a lot of the younger guys wrecked. And I was just like, what do you mean? Like, I'm not telling them to do anything, you know? But the other guy was like saying that it was a Ponzi scheme and that he couldn't like really get into it because it's too volatile. And I was like, yeah, it's volatile, but it's young at the same time. And then I went over and I asked him, I was like, what do you think about the International Monetary Fund and the way that the Fed can just print off, however many dollars they want and claim it's only 2% inflation? And like, he called it a Ponzi scheme, basically. He called the crypto Ponzi scheme. He was like, it's set up like a Ponzi scheme, and I know it's not actually a Ponzi scheme, but he was basically alluding to the fact that he thought it was. And I was just like, well, you don't think that the dollar itself is a Ponzi scheme? Because the dollar itself is a Ponzi scheme run by the United States on every other country, and everyone has to buy into the dollar, and yeah, basically it's just a big Ponzi scheme. That's all the dollar is.
Yeah, I think I touched on when you said that. I think every generation goes through their whole multi-level marketing explosion, and it's this new thing that young impressionable 18 to 21-year-olds or 25. I don't want to put a number to the age or whatnot, but I think every generation goes through that. So when opportunities do come along, and when you hear something like crypto and you know nothing about it, I mean, it's not that you're stupid; it's just you're ignorant. And I don't mean that as an insult. I mean, the definition of ignorant really just simply means you just don't know what you're talking about, right?
For
So
sure.
yeah, when you ask hard questions, I'm not necessarily saying that's like a tough question for anybody to answer, but when you don't know the answer to it, it kind of makes you scratch your head like, oh, maybe I was wrong.
Yeah. I see a really good point by Cleo in the comments here. I think I was talking, this is the same lady I was talking to earlier in my Discord direct messages, but she talks about, or what'd she say here? What was I looking at again? That's why inflation is a friend of crypto. The more fiat inflated, the more valuable crypto becomes. I actually said that to the guy at the gym. I was like, since Bitcoin became a thing, it's only increased in value versus the dollar, and as the dollar continues to decrease in value, crypto will only gain value versus the dollar. So like, why wouldn't you want to take, even if you're very conservative and you only want like 3% of your portfolio to be crypto, why wouldn't you want to go ahead and start buying or dollar cost averaging in very small amount of what you're already going to invest anyways into something that's only ever increased in value versus the dollar? It only makes sense, in my opinion. But that's just...
Yeah, I agree. That's why me personally, I've pretty much moved a majority of my portfolio into crypto because I like that my money now is fluid. It's liquid. I could take it out. I could do whatever I want with it. It's catching on, catching popularity.
Yeah, for sure. That's, well, the thing though, I guess there is a risk in that because of like what recently happened. So like if you are brand new to crypto and let's say you just bought the top, like you bought Bitcoin plus $55,000, then you're kind of stuck in your position right now until we get back there. And I 100% think that we're going back there sooner rather than later. But yeah, I can like kind of see the downside, like unless you just know, like I guess deep down I have like, this knowing that crypto is going to be, this is only like, a minor stop on the road for us, like, but I guess if you're just brand new to it, it can definitely, when you buy in and you're down 50% overnight, it's like, ouch. So,
oh yeah. I've had many nights, where you're getting heart palpitations, like, oh no, panic.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's it's something that we've touched on too. Is there even earlier in this discussion as far as the global acceptance rate for crypto right now? I mean, just think where this all of the whole crypto market's going to be when this catches on to 5%, 6%, 10%.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy to think about. We're only at 2% right now. 5% of the world picks up crypto, and we've basically time and a half what we're at right now. I mean, that's just ridiculous to think about. And then it's still so small. Like, that's only 5%. It's still so small. So, another thing I wanted to discuss here, that I have. Let's see. I can cross those two off. I had Cardano ecosystem and smart contract rollout. And then I had the future of Doge. I was going to specifically ask Drew about that because he loves Doge and he's got all the information on Doge. And I haven't really done a lot of research on Doge, but I did want to like pick his brain about how he thinks Doge is going to compete in the market moving forward, because, you know, Doge has good marketing because it is a meme, and I don't think anyone can take that away from Doge. It's kind of like the entry point for the normal person to crypto, just to have fun. And then, you know, you see what happened where it exposed, like pretty much Tame's Discord there for a while was just people who were joining because they had Doge, and look what they got out of it. They got exposed to this entire ecosystem. So, I mean, I guess we could probably leave that one for another time. Next time, hopefully Drew can join us. And then I had everyone's 3 favorite coins for HODL. And then I had shit coins. I was going to see if Megan would join us, but she also did not join us. So, I guess
Throw out my 3 coins.
You said what?
I said I could throw out my 3 coins right now.
Yeah. Let's talk about our 3 coins. Yeah, what's your 3 coins?
So, I mean, obviously, if you can afford it and you're holding or you got an early, you know, Ethereum and Bitcoin are big ones. So if I'm going to deviate away from that and I'm looking for stability or longevity or, you know, long term and you know, whatnot, I can't leave out Doge. I just can't do it. You know, the publicity, the free publicity and free marketing that's out there for it. I mean, you just can't buy that type of publicity, right?
Yeah.
So Doge is definitely up there on the list. And then I would have to say, you know, Cardano's future looks really bright in my eyes.
Okay.
And then I also want to say, you know, Matic, Polygon.
Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, you know, I've talked to you about it. That you know, I caught that huge dip that we just had recently with Matic and Cardano, and I caught them both. ADA I caught under $1.
Yeah.
Matic I caught at 106, I believe, $1.06.
Man, you were lucky as hell. I don't remember what I was doing at the moment in time. I remember Cardano dipping down there, and I guess I was caught up in something else because I didn't buy that low. I think I was already holding. I had purchased a lot of Cardano at around $1.25 pre-dip, and then we dipped, and I think I had like my stuff caught up in something else, and then I ended up moving some of it around. I think I bought after we'd come out of that under $1 zone. So
yeah, thanks to you. I mean, and you've kind of, I knew about it before. I didn't know that the gains were that insane for staking certain coins and whatnot. So, you know, I kind of heeded your advice and looked into it more. And I staked every single Matic that I have, and it's just in a wallet that I'm not going to touch. I haven't staked ADA yet because I haven't looked into it. I've been kind of busy, but I also plan on doing that too.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Yeah, so ADA actually having a dataless wallet right now. It's staking currently, but whenever they do the initial coin offering for Sunday Swap, I'm going to stake that for 6 epics. That's how Cardano kind of does their staking. They do it in periods called epics, which are 4 days long. And basically, when you first enter a stake pool for Cardano, it takes 3 epics before you actually receive any of your rewards. So it's like, I'm sure most of you are familiar with when you get a job and you work for 2 weeks and you don't get a paycheck that first time, but whenever you quit or leave, you get a paycheck after. So that's kind of how Cardano works. You don't actually get rewards for the first 3 epics that you're staking, and then your rewards start coming in. So after you leave or unstake your Cardano, you continue to receive rewards for 3 epics. But yeah, I have my Cardano staking. I was actually gonna make a comment earlier, but then I didn't because I think you started to speak and I just let you go ahead. But like, I can't believe I hold Cardano right now, but no Ethereum. I'm not holding any Ethereum, which is kind of upsetting to me. So
See, and that's another thing too, is in my eyes, I mean, unless we're in the middle or very beginning, and you catch that huge bull run, right, and everything's just booming. Um, yeah, it's great to buy an ETH, and say it doubles in price. Well, cool, I just made 100%. But you look at newer coins with the utility and stuff that Cardano and the protocols and stuff, Matic and whatnot, and they're so cheap. I mean, it's not outside the realm at all of feasibility that these things are gonna quadruple, quintuple in value very soon.
for sure, yeah, yeah. I have like really high hopes for Cardano. I really think a $10 Cardano by the end of summer is 100% possible. If not by the end of summer, then by the end of the bull run for sure, and we probably could see it be worth even more than $10. So, um, did you have
I
anything
look at it.
else? Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
I,
ahead.
I look at it. When I'm investing in Cardano and things like that, and yeah, I'm going to hold long term, but that's also an entry point and a gateway to, I could take those profits and later easily afford ETH now, and and things that are a little bit more stable or higher value, or whatnot, right?
Yep.
So that's kind of how I view that. I mean, I think it's personally for somebody new to the crypto market just to go in and buy an ETH and whatever, right? To me personally, I'm not saying that's the right thing or wrong thing to do. People can do what they want to, but if I'm just using my brain power here, common sense would say, okay, well, I'm going to invest in this. I understand the market kind of shifts and moves together, especially based on Bitcoin, right? Because the market cap, but I think it's a lot easier and more feasible. I dumped $5,000 into Cardano, and every coin, quintuples in value. There you go. It's way more profitable than just buying one ETH.
100%. Yeah, that what you said right there. I'd like to add to that point. Um, as we move up the ladder here, and ETH gets more and more expensive, it's going to increase its value at a slower rate comparative to a lot of the other altcoins underneath. So actually, I got into crypto last summer because one of my best friends, his brother was, I guess, trying to sell him on Link, and he bought into it and convinced me, and that's how I got into crypto. I started off with Chainlink last summer, and I bought in at like $4. I think was my initial buy, around $4, and then I just dollar cost averaged up. I kept buying it till maybe it was, man, maybe this was 2 summers ago. I don't know. This was a summer ago, and I kept buying until maybe I think it was $10 in August, September, late August, early September is when it hit 10, and I just wrote it out. And about December-ish is whenever I had like significant profits. Like by that time, I think I had like 4x'd my money. And so I took some of those profits and reinvested it in Ethereum. And at the time, Ethereum was only like $325. So I ended up getting like 3 Ethereum. And yeah, and then that basically took me to where I'm at like recently with the Doge pumps that we had. I was up to $16,000 on my entire portfolio from like basically like $1,000 initial investment. And yeah, so I lost half of that in Doge because, you know, sometimes you make bad decisions, and I needed that burn to like learn. But yeah, the same concept applies right now. So ETH, I mean, I still think that it's extremely bullish and it's going to grow in price compared to Bitcoin. But if you look at some of these other alts like ADA and the potential it has to multiply, you're talking about like next year ADA versus ETH chart. I mean, I think ADA is only going to grow. So you could potentially take out that some of that investment after you've made money from like one of these smaller altcoins and put it. That's the whole point of like altcoin season too, is like everything versus Bitcoin. You're trying to acquire Bitcoin in altcoin season because Bitcoin is low compared to the rest of the alts that are booming. So yeah, that's basically like I did the same thing. I used Chainlink to acquire ETH and then I blew it. But if I didn't blow it, you know, now that I've learned my lesson, if I could go back, I wouldn't make that mistake again. But
Hey man, you know, it's for anybody in here that doesn't already know, failure is the best teacher in life.
for sure, yeah, I needed to take that L one time, and you know, like I've learned a lot from it. I got to be a part of Tame's Discord. I've learned how to like scalp. I've learned how to read charts. Like I barely knew how to read a chart before I was in Tame's Discord. You know, and now I feel like I'm pretty good. It's still like extremely stressful for me. Scalping is not my style. I'll tell you all that. Like I can do it now, but like it's still real stressful and like I like tense my it just makes me tense, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're real stressed out all the time, I sit in front of the computer screen and scalp all day, it's going to like, you know, I just can't do it. So I need to find my own strategy and like my strategy is to do the fundamental analysis, do the research, network. So I have a large group of people that I'm in contact with about like, you know, I can't listen to every single piece of news out there. So it's like really good to like network and try and make friends with people so they can share news with you and you can share news with them, and then you just do your due diligence and figure out which coins have like real value and which coins
Absolutely.
yeah, it's I mean the
Absolutely, man.
potential here is unreal with like the amount of projects that are coming out in the crypto space that like I mean, man, this is the future of the world we're talking about here, like the future of the internet, the future of the world, the future of finance, and like the opportunity that we all have right now to like be initial investors. We all have that opportunity right now to be initial investors in all of the companies that are going to be the Amazons, the Teslas, you know, in 10 years into the future. These are going to be like what you want to have been a part of. So we have that opportunity right now. Anyways, that was my
Yeah,
rant.
that's how I like to. A good analogy that I kind of tried to teach my kids when they were young, about teamwork, right?
Yeah.
And being on a team, or even in sports. I mean, the same thing kind of applies here. Is think about how long it takes you to clean your house if it's just you doing it. But when you, or even like, let's say you're mowing your lawn. I mean, if you got a big yard, I mean, it could take you a couple hours, compared to landscaping company come in, they got 5 guys doing it and they pound it out in 15 minutes. So
Mhm.
that whole kind of stance and mindset is absolutely correct. The more heads you get, the more eyes you get working together, and people tipping each other. I mean, I might have seen something that you didn't, and vice versa. For instance, a good example is the whole Peepo thing, man. I still wouldn't have heard of it, right? Unless you kind of pointed it out, or I think I was watching your screen share that night, and I hopped in immediately right away,
Yeah,
and
you
it
were.
turned out to be a very good investment.
I think I had my Twitter on my screen for a minute, and I was like actually DMing Megan about it. I think that's how you saw it, and yeah, the Peepo thing didn't even come from me. Like Megan hits me up with shit coins all the time, and that one I made a little bit of money. I think I threw 50 in because of the whole thing with Sandwich and how we got like rug pulled. So I was like real skeptical, but I threw 50 in just because I was comfortable. Megan went all in. I think she like her initial investment was like $500. She made like 5,000 off of it when I made like 300, and I took my investment out. But then after I like started looking into it, and then you started hitting me up with like some of the FA from it, and you said you were talking to the devs. It started changing my mind on like what people actually was, and then I got in the Discord myself. I made that video and they shouted me out, and then I talked to him. I was asking him questions. Like I think honestly, like I don't want to sit in here and chill people again because like I feel like I do that enough already. But I think it's pretty solid. Like, I really think that they have potential, and a lot of people slept on Doge because it was a meme, but the meme turned out to be the best thing for Doge. The fact that it branded itself without any, like, no one had to brand Doge. Doge was a brand within itself already from its birth, and like, same with Peepo. It's already a thing on Twitch. Like, they use it. It's called Peepo. People love using the Pepe meme, and these dudes, like, they don't even have to do anything, even though their marketing is like spot on. Like, they have really good marketing and like a really good team behind them, but they don't even need that shit because it's just a freaking meme already. So I don't know. I'm gonna shut up about Peepo, and I'm gonna give you guys my 3 coins. So I'm not gonna do Cardano because he already mentioned Cardano. I'll probably drop mine down to below the top 10 right here on CoinGecko. So I'm not going to do any of them in the top 10. So my 3 would be Chainlink. I think the Chainlink deserves a top 5 spot for sure. Like, we're not there yet, but we will be there very soon, where I think the Chainlink will be one of the initial coins to have like mass adoption, because it is basically, it makes smart contracts. It's not a smart contract within itself, it's an Oracle network. So it provides data for smart contracts is what it does. It basically provides real world data to the smart contract layer of Ethereum, or it could do it with Cardano, but they didn't partner with Cardano. But this is going to be massive. It's basically an Oracle system. All it does is it transfers data from the real world to the blockchain so that smart contracts can execute. So this is like extremely necessary. This is, I think that this will be one of the first things to receive mass adoption. Because of that reason, the financial system especially is going to have to implement this if they're planning to use like blockchain technology. You mentioned Polygon. I would have chosen Polygon for sure. A lot of people have asked me the question, do you think that Polygon's going to be viable whenever ETH 2.0 comes out? And my answer to that question is 100%. Polygon will still be extremely viable because, for one, you can never stop needing scaling solutions, and Polygon, I believe, will only like continue to find more ways to scale for blockchains. So, and also, I mean, even if they were done and they decided, this is our project, we're done, and it stopped where it was like right now, I think it would still be viable because it connects blockchains to each other. So currently, like, Polkadot is a similar concept where it's trying to be the Internet of Things, but it can't connect to Ethereum. But through Polygon, the Polkadot ecosystem can connect to Ethereum if projects that are built on the Polkadot ecosystem also partner with Polygon and they become a Polygon chain, they can connect to Ethereum. But Polkadot currently is incompatible with Ethereum. So I'm not going to use this as one of my 3, but Polygon is extremely viable. 100% agree with that one. Let's scroll down here. I do have Cosmos. Cosmos is another Internet of Things. It connects blockchains together. I'm not going to choose that one, though. I mean, I think it's a pretty good project, but that's not one of my top 3. Telcoin. Telcoin is my shit. I love Telcoin so much. So this will be number 2 on my list. I think Telcoin is definitely going to take over the mobile phone payment industry. Like, I think it's basically just a way for like payments to be transacted on the blockchain, and they're like going after partnerships with mobile phone companies. I could see them trying to partner up with like Cello, which is, I don't know if it's in the top 100 anymore. Might not be. It's not. But there's a coin called Cello, which was purchased by like the largest cellular company in Germany. Forget the name of it. but I don't know. Just they've already got a partnership with like Kansas, which is like a whole state. Man, come on, like they're doing something right. So I'm really bullish on Telcoin. That's number 2. And my number 3, man, I'm about to go to page 2 here.
Yeah, I actually picked up Telcoin from your advice. Well, not advice, but from what you were talking or saying about it, and I had no idea that it even existed, let alone the what it was doing, what it was about, what it was. Um, so yeah, that's absolutely in my long term portfolio right now, but it's also stuck on KuCoin because I'm not paying 900 coins to transfer it out. So I'm
That's
gonna
what
wait till
they're
that's.
trying to charge 900.
Yeah, remember? I think did I send you a screenshot
You
of it?
did,
Or
yeah, you did. Yeah, mine's in KuCoin too. I think I'll have to stick to page 1 here. Actually, I think I want to say as my third one, possibly Solana, but also I don't know. There's a lot of good coins. Number 3.
Yeah, it's so hard. The more you learn about the all the different use cases, right, for all these, and like everything just seems viable. And there was a point there where I started stretching myself a little thin, man, because I just wanted a little piece of everything.
Yeah. Solana's trying to. It's like its own network, so it's like a layer 1. I don't know. I just kind of want to say Cardano because I'm really bullish on Cardano, but I said I'd keep it under the top 10. I'm gonna do. I know what I'm. For the rest of the year, I gotta choose a coin that I think is not undiscovered, but like it's small. It's small, so it could possibly be like one of those that you just get like massive gains from. I've mentioned it before. It's Power Ledger. I don't like CoinGecko. Oh, never mind. It does give you kind of a synopsis here. Basically, in Australia, okay, excuse me. In Australia, there's like a community that Power Ledger has built, and basically what Power Ledger is a blockchain that redistributes electricity. So it centralizes. No, it doesn't centralize. It decentralizes like electrical grid and redistributes electricity to where it needs to be the most, like wherever it is needed the most. So they have it hooked up to like solar power, and the solar power collects during the day, but at night, say like on a traditional power grid, you would have like a centralized point that would be like creating all the electricity and then sending it out equally to all of all of the places. So like say you have 5 houses, traditional electric grid, there would be a centralized point of like where the electricity is created, and then that electricity would be equally distributed to all 5 houses. But through Power Ledger and blockchain and the hookup with solar, they basically like the solar is collected during the day by each home individually, and then it gets redistributed to wherever it's needed the most. So say at night one person is asleep in their house, they don't have any use for electricity because they've got all their lights turned off, whatever, but somebody else is up, it would redistribute the electricity so it like evens it out whenever everyone's using it. It's hard to explain perfectly right now. I guess I could try and read this, but it just redistributes electricity, and it's also used with like green technology. I thought it was a really cool idea, and I think that it's going to be used. I mean, I see like a lot of use case for this, especially with the way things are moving green, and I thought it was a neat concept. It basically like reinvents traditional power grids. I guess it would like reinvent the way that we use power grids. It's like a revamp of a power grid, basically. Anyways, so Power Ledger is an Australian blockchain-based cryptocurrency and energy trading platform that allows for decentralized selling and buying of renewable energy. The platform provides consumers with access to a variety of energy markets around the globe, and it is meant to be scalable to various energy infrastructures and regulations. The market is based on a dual token ecosystem operating on two blockchain layers, Power and Sparks. Power tokens allow consumers and hosts providing energy to interface with the ecosystem and are protected through smart bond technology. Power tokens can be converted into Spark tokens, which can be used for a frictionless transaction in the energy exchange market. The initial coin offering for Power tokens became the largest crowdfunding project in Australia and the 14th highest in the world. Holy shit. I didn't know that. That's big. Did you hear that theory?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. Anyways, Power Ledger's team has immense expertise in both blockchain and electricity markets. They are comprised of 6 board of directors in addition to over 10 full-time members. Power Ledger's 5 co-founders make up 5 or 6 board of director seats of the company. I don't need to read all that. Pre-sale, I don't need to read that. Power Ledger provides a blockchain. Alright, yeah, this is it. Power Ledger provides a blockchain-based marketplace that can truly change the world. Taking power away from large energy companies, Power Ledger gives local communities the ability to sell their excess solar power to neighbors. So that's what I was trying to say. Okay, so yeah, basically Power Ledger it links up with people's solar technology, and so during the day, say a community, it generates electricity from their solar panels. And then in the community, there's a larger community, so it's like a network of communities. And let's say that in one region it was really sunny, so they were able to collect a lot of power, more than they needed for the day. But in another region it was really cloudy, they didn't get as much electricity, and so it would allow the exchange of electricity between different communities within inside the larger community, like the network, through power tokens. So it's just a way for people to buy and sell energy, and I just thought it was super cool. Like, this is like what you want to think about. This like completely decentralizes electric grids. Yeah, it decentralizes. It takes away like the need for a central point to, be in complete control of power creation and distribution.
I love the idea. I love it. I'm actually that's the career that I'm in is infrastructure. Specifically, what I do is I use frequencies, and the ground is a conductor, and I locate underground utilities like ComEd, Nicor, gas mains, et cetera, et cetera. Especially when they're doing construction on like a busy intersection, whatnot. Now, I also too. I mean, we also do have tickets where we go to residential houses, and I really wonder. I mean, 'cause there's a ton of people that are getting solar installed, right? And I have to go locate around the ComEd, because they have to put in the grounding rods. So this is a great idea, and I'm all for it, and I'm behind it. I'm just curious as to how they're actually going to implement that infrastructure to be able to handle, you know what I mean, the exchange of power from person to person or household to household. You know what I mean? Because that's I mean, that could be like crazy, as far as our future goes.
Yeah.
But as of now, I mean, do we really have the infrastructure in place where that's actually viable? Is my question.
No, we don't. But see, the idea behind me, like, when I think about this coin, the reason I like it so much is because if we can somehow get to a point where we're going to like redo all of our infrastructure, which we need to do, if you're talking about like where we've been trapped for the past 30 years, not really 30, but Yeah, it's been a while. I feel like we've been plateauing
And see,
since
there you go.
like
Questions like that, and when I think or see things or learn about things like this, it's just like, God, man, where crypto and like this whole thing is, blockchain technology and all this is taking us.
yeah.
And it sucks that we're just in the infancy of it in the very beginning, because I would like to see this, in its prime, when
I
this
think
thing's just going and
I
there's
think
just,
it's 100%.
it's just improving everyday life for everybody.
Yeah, I think it's 100% possible that we could see this a lot sooner than you think. I think the reason why, like, maybe you have, like, a limiting perspective on that because of, like, what I have seen in my lifetime, which I'm not 30 years old, I'm 26, but, like, in my lifetime, I've seen nothing but, like, stagnation, really, other than, like, a few industries, and the only reason we haven't seen stagnation in those industries is because money and greed, like the big pharma companies, and like medical advancements have been like extreme. Like we've had tremendous medical advancement. We've also had a massive technological boom as well, but not nearly as much as I think we could have. I think that we've also been stagnant in that for the past like 5 to 10 years because of the way that the American like patent system works. Like the West, we have patent systems, and it stifles growth in like certain areas because it basically punishes like innovation, I guess, or like open source free sharing of coding and technology. But if you think about Power Ledger, we don't currently have that infrastructure in the United States, but I think that we could easily revamp the power structure. I mean, look at what China's done. China in the past year, I think, has poured more concrete than the United States has poured in the past 100 years. Like, if they're doing that over there, why can't we do that here? You see what I'm saying? And I feel like it's because we've been stagnant. And I don't, like, we could be doing so much more. So when I think about this technology, Power Ledger, to be specific, like, I guess I think like what Elon Musk is doing, trying to go to Mars, like he could take this technology with him. This is like technology of the future, so it's like up to the brightest minds and the people who want to push for like better things to use it. And I mean, like we're just normal people, so I don't know. We'll have to see where it goes, but I definitely see the potential for it, and I think that we could be using it right now if the powers that be like really wanted to, but they don't. They want to keep things the same so they can keep milking the system for all it's worth. In my personal opinion, that's just how I see things. We haven't progressed because big money is comfortable where they're at because they can milk us for all the money, and they don't want better things. They just want to keep milking us. So, personal opinion. You can agree or not agree. Let me know in the comments. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys agree. Put a 2 if you don't. I want to see what you guys think. I got it on slow mode, so this will be like 10 minutes later. Can I change slow mode in the middle of the... Yeah, I don't know if I can change it. Well, Theory, did you have anything else you wanted to talk about? Here they come.
No, this is it's pretty enjoyable actually. It was a nice change of pace and chill, kind of delve into people's opinions and chat.
For sure. Yeah, I feel like this is a better experience than what I thought it was going to be. I got 2 people to put a 1 in the chat. Only 2 people answered me. Sure, you don't want us to say 43? Yeah, you can say 43. Give me some 43s in the chat, guys. 43s. But, yeah, this was definitely, like, pretty enjoyable. It was just been chill. Honestly, I'll get better at this. Like, I have, like, Streamlabs pulled up, and then I have to, like, minimize it to, like, use my web browser that I'm sharing with you guys, and so I can't read chat and, like, use my web browser at the same time. So I'll definitely get better. I probably won't keep slow mode on because there's not too many of you guys in here currently, so like chat isn't that crazy. But yeah, I'll get better at this, and I think I'm probably going to like continue doing it. I think if we could get more people in here to like discuss, it would be cool. Like to have Rick on. I did message Rick, and he had some stuff to do today, so I'm sure he'll get back to me. But I thought it'd be really cool to, my idea was to see if I could have him on, and then we could see how it works out. But I was gonna ask him like if it went well, maybe like doing a bi-weekly thing with Rick, where like one week it's on my channel, the next week it's on his, and like he would bring the charts and the TA, and I could bring some news articles and the FA, and we could just have a good conversation. Because Rick is a chill guy, and I just think it would be cool to have him on, and like we could kind of do a collaboration with our channels. So, but thank you guys for joining us. It was definitely an experience. I thought it was not going to be that great because not many people showed up, but it was pretty awesome, and I thank you guys for watching. I hope I hope me and Theory helped you guys out here a little bit, and you guys got some entertainment value out of the process. So, all right, I guess we'll go ahead and end the stream here, and I'll just let you guys know what's up in the Discord and on my Twitter. So don't forget to like the video for me, hit the bell notifications if you guys want to, and Rick and his energy. Hell yeah, I love Rick and his energy too. Alright guys, I'll catch you later. Thanks